Welcome back, you guys, to another edition of Disneyland Construction Update, happening here in February 19th, 2019. And I'm just here to show you guys some of the cool stuff happening around the parks today. And first, we are starting off with the parking lot construction update. As you can see, the construction of the escalators is almost complete. Looks like they got all the escalators installed over there. They are working on the roof right down there. Look at that, right there, guys. That is the roof. That is what's going to be going on top of that right there. It looks kind of looks like a, what is that, a pentagon, but it has a circular frame around it, and they're going to hoist that thing up and have it tilted on the top of that right there. And as you can see, they are almost done building all the levels of the parking structure right here, which is pretty cool. They've already got the front sign painted and ready to go. You can see the trams down there. And as we know now that you are going to be loading into and underneath this parking structure right there. Something else that's cool is last time we were here, we saw a bunch of bars hanging down. It looks like they put in some sort of ceiling underneath there, and they've installed this, and there's little cutout squares. I'm assuming they're going to install little like red stops or green arrows, like where lanes are open for security. And if I look correctly here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I can't see any more lines to get in through security to board the tram. I moved down just a little bit so you can see, look at all of those security checkpoint entrances right there. That's all going to be entrances to security underneath there. And then look, they installed a stairwell. They've actually installed a stairway right there. That was not there last time. We pan all the way across, you can see the two different elevator shafts or buildings or whatever you want to call them. That's where you're going to be able to board the elevators, and then there'll be a bridge on one side leading you over to downtown Disney. Just another view of how massive this structure is. I'm standing on the structure next to it, and then you can see the loading area right there where you're going to park your car over here, or where I'm at, and you're going to walk across if you want to, and you could take those escalators down, or you can come all the way over here and you can take these escalators down if you're already on this side. But if you want to walk into the park, you're going to need to walk all the way down there to cross the bridge to go into downtown Disney and then eventually end up in Disneyland. What is this? Like, is this another stairwell? Is this an elevator? I mean, I don't think it would be an elevator. It's in the middle of the walkways here. I'm thinking maybe it's a stairwell to go from floor to floor, but I cannot tell what that is right there. I don't see anything like it on the current parking structure over here. I mean, there are some like air vents, and maybe that's for air, like, because I know on the current parking structure they have a bunch of towers that let fresh air in and exhaust out of the parking structure, because you know, when you're in the middle of a giant parking structure, you know, you don't want to be breathing all those fumes. But you can really see they really are almost done here with this structure. They got all the floors up and running, and I'm sure maybe way over there there's a little bit left of work to do on some of the top floors. But it's just pretty amazing at how massive this thing is and all that they're doing. Oh, look, right here, you guys, look at this. So right here you can see cement work on the floor. Now, could that be the tram loading area down there? Could that be where you are loading the tram, and then the tram will come out through this area here and around to go towards Disneyland? I definitely think that's a possibility, because you can see it only goes up to a certain point right there and then it stops. It's kind of hard to see because now they're as high as we are, but off in the distance there, they're still pouring some cement for that top floor right there. I'm zooming in as much as I can. And they got a lot of people working on that top floor over there, and on the floors in between. You just can't see them all. But I can imagine they're in a hurry to try to get this thing done. We are going to walk into Disneyland today to see if we can get some views or see if they've made any progress on the bridge that's going to be happening on the other side there. And then that'll be it for the parking structure. And then we'll move on over to Star Wars Land. One last thing before we head into Disneyland, over here they are doing some construction on the big escalator up there. So if you're parked on the top floor, you are not going to be able to use it. They are redoing some of the tile work on the ground there at the bottom of the escalator. Just an FYI for you guys. It looks like it'll probably be at least, I would say, a week before they finish that, because they got the ground ripped up down there. So I really can't see much change over here going on. The bridge is not started yet. They still have the overhead hang right there, but really not a lot changing from week to week. Again, the bridge will go from there across into downtown Disney. I know we've told you that in the weeks past, but if you look, There's still a big opening there, which I think is going to be an entranceway or an exitway to this new parking structure. I think it's going to be an exitway though. I think that's what's going to happen here to help ease the flow of traffic. But it is massive, you guys. Back side of Star Wars Land here, not much to see. They have definitely closed off the rock work right there. I was having a feeling that they were going to get to that pretty soon. And then if we move over across the building, you can see the scaffolding is down on most of the pillars there, and you can see the spires for that forced perspective, I think it's called. Oh man, it looks so good. If you guys haven't checked out, there's some aerial satellite views, not even satellite views, just somebody had some aerial views of Star Wars Land, and it is massive and looks awesome. I'm gonna probably jump on the Mark Twain today to see if I can get some more views of this for you, but not a lot to report on here, just backside of rocks. Just happening right here. Sorry for you guys, I call it Star Wars Land. It is Galaxy's Edge. That is the official name. So for those of you guys who do not like me to call it Star Wars Land, here is Galaxy's Edge just for you. We have jumped onto the Mark Twain, and we are excited to show you all the new developments here in Star Wars Land. You can see the beautiful rock work that's happening, and look at those buildings. Those buildings are huge back there. I just can't get over how massive this land is. I know you've been seeing a lot of this, but I just wanted to take the time to really just kind of show you all the different stuff that is going on. I mean, some of it's very similar to previous weeks. Some of the rock work has been completed for a while. I think now they're really starting to do a lot of detail work down below. You can see a construction guy in the middle of your screen there. He's just working on Galaxy's Edge right there. You can see the tail of the spaceship right there. It's just amazing to me, and I love how they have the pillars in the back there, the spires, that forced perspective. Those are done now, where those used to have scaffolding on them. It's going to be amazing walking through Galaxy's Edge and seeing all that detail. It's just blows my mind how this is all coming together and how it's going to look. I mean, I think this is going to look more detailed than any other land out there. I mean, it is going to just, like, I can't even explain how excited I am to be able to walk through this land. You can see they have this big crane back there right now. I'm not sure what it is lifting or what it is doing, but there's that lone, something about having that lone construction guy out there just observing and looking and putting together something that we are all going to just fall in love with when we get to go in there and explore. I want to be able to see, like, the buildings, how they make them look, and how they don't look so brand new, how it looks like just this rustic town out in the middle of nowhere. Then we come to this. This is going to keep bugging me. This archway where I can see the building behind it. Ugh, it just drives me nuts. I hope they figure something out for that. That's probably the biggest petrified spear right there. And it is just so massive. And the color's a little bit darker, so it stands out. But I'm just trying to show you, like, the massive amount of rock work that they put into this land. And then here's the Columbia. The Columbia, they're doing some painting on it, so it is down for right now. But they are working on it. They're probably just doing some minor refurb and stuff. If you happen to be staying at the Disneyland Hotel, they are doing construction on the swimming pools right now. There's not a lot of swimming going on. It is winter time, so I don't know why you'd want to go swimming anyway. But they're doing construction on this side, and also they have one of the pools open, but they are still doing construction on some of the other pools here. They're just doing some work, probably just resurfacing them. You know, maybe checking the plumbing, all that good stuff, making sure it's great for the summertime visitors that are going to come and go swimming. It needed it. It needed it. These were the monorail-shaped slides were kind of faded and stuff, so hopefully they revamp all of those. Still not a lot going on over here at the movie theater. They still got it blocked off with the green camouflage. They got some nice murals and paintings for the Mickeys. Get your ears on. ESPN Zone still closed down. I don't know what's gonna come back in that spot. We'll see. Only time will tell. And Rainforest Cafe, hopefully that comes back. I don't think ESPN Zone will, but maybe Rainforest Cafe will. Black Tap is still not open. Ballast Point is open upstairs, and let me tell you, the beers aren't too expensive. It's a pretty good price for a flight. But Black Tap, still closed. I don't know when that's gonna open, but it does say it's coming soon, so hopefully real soon. We've made it into the parks, and the first thing is right here in front of City Hall. You have these construction walls up. I think they are making the planters a little bit smaller to help with crowd control when you're entering and exiting and around parade time. You see there's still a tree in there, but just curious. What do you guys think is going on down there? So you can see over here what they did with the curb work. They did have some stuff over here where this curb used to be a curb where you would actually have to step up onto it, but now they've really just opened it up and they've made it so it's just easier. It's like a little slant to it, but it's easier for in the crowd, so less people are gonna trip and fall. I don't know if you can still wait there for the parade, but I'm assuming they're gonna be doing the same thing on the other side, which is right over here. You can see they got all that wall up over there, so I'm assuming they're gonna be doing the same thing over there. But that should make it easier for people with strollers, wheelchairs, and scooters. You know, they just used to have just a little opening for you to get down towards the other side there, but now you can really just come down the street here and just slide on down into the street and exit. Walking down Main Street, you can definitely tell that something is different up there. What could it be? Look at that beautiful castle right there. Or should I say, the painting of the castle. Normally you'd find a bunch of people standing here waiting to take their picture in front of the castle, but it is no longer visible to the public because they ruined the roof during the 60th celebration. So now they're repairing the roof and doing some refurbishments to the rest of the castle. And I hear they're going to be doing some refurbishments inside Sleeping Beauty's walkthrough in the castle also. Just super awesome. Oh, hi Bert. And Mary Poppins, look at that. I like Bert. And I hear there's a sweet surprise on the backside. Holy moly. Defend us, Prince Charming, defend us. As the dragon is on the loose in Fantasyland. And over here in Tomorrowland, the only construction going on right now is the Astro Orbiter is down. They have taken it down. They are redoing the queue line, redoing the vehicles, redoing the mechanics, basically redoing everything on this ride. You can see there's a black stump right there, but everything else is down and gone. Who knows when this ride is coming back? Wow, you guys, if you guys want to get on the Mark Twain, it is completely closed off. I believe that Mark Twain is still open, but the entrance, the waiting area, looks like they're redoing it, probably repainting it. It hasn't been touched up in a while. I'm gonna see, oh look, it looks to the left over here. You can actually see people waiting in line for the Mark Twain. This is where I am gonna be because I need to ride it. Alright guys, I do not have time to run into Disney California Adventure today. Just a few notes of what's going on over there is World of Color is coming back February 23rd, which is exciting. The long-awaited return of World of Color. Also, they're pretty much done tearing down Bugs Land, and you know, Marvel Land's coming. And then over there, the carousel in Pixar Pier is still under construction. They're making progress. Hopefully this summer it will make a return, and a debut I should say, and come back to us as Jesse's Critter Roundup, Critter Carousel, I don't know what it's called, I forget. And then also the Inside Out ride is coming, formerly known as Flix Flyers. Hopefully that comes to us in summertime too. I just want to thank all you guys for watching this construction update and joining me on this adventure through Disneyland as they update and refurb the parks. I do appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video with all your friends, give this video a big old thumbs up, and we will catch you next time.